Hey guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah and this is Frankly Speaking with Glory. So in today's video I will be sharing with you guys 10 good reasons, 10 why women bleach in this part of the world especially. So guys, I shared a video yesterday on my YouTube channel. It was a review of Beverly Naya's Skin documentary. It's still currently on Netflix. Guys, it's a highly recommended video. I highly recommend that documentary for you guys to watch. It's highly enlightening, very educative. So guys, go ahead and watch it. This is not a paid promotion of any sort, but trust me, if I see something good, guys, I'm definitely going to recommend it on my channel to you guys. So guys, without much further ado, let's jump into today's video as I have a whole lot to share. Make sure you watch till the end of this video because you don't want to miss any knowledge that I will be passing on today. So some of the things I will be talking about today, I already mentioned in passing in yesterday's video, but I did not really elaborate on them. So today I will be highlighting all these points, all these 10 points, and I will be explaining them in details. So the first reason why I think women bleach is inferiority complex. What is inferiority complex? It's that feeling of inadequacy that people get when they feel that they are not good enough, when they feel they are just completely awkward, they feel like they are probably socially awkward or otherwise, and they feel like they are not good enough. They feel like other people are way better than them, and they feel like they cannot even choose themselves, when placed between the other people. I don't know if you guys understand where I'm coming from. So inferiority complex is basically not appreciating yourself enough, and I see that in a lot of women these days. A lot of women have not come to terms with the fact that they are who they are. They've not come to terms with the fact that they are actually entirely different beings from other women. So when they look at themselves, in their minds they are already doing a lot of mental comparisons, psychological comparisons as to, oh, this woman is looking very nice, she's looking more beautiful than I am. What if I had the shade of her skin? What if I had the color of her skin? Maybe I would be more appealing to other people. Maybe I would be more preferred than them, So a lot of mental calculations usually go on in the minds of women when they encounter other women. I'll give you, for instance, I remember, growing up, I shared my struggles about, I shared some of my struggles with my skin in yesterday's video. So guys, go ahead and watch it. It's on my channel. So I remember while I was in university then, when I would go to a salon, or maybe in my hostel, I would see other girls who are really light skinned. Like, these girls are naturally white. It's not like they bleached actually. So I would see them, and then when we are in the school salon, you see them getting all the preferential treatments. People treat them like, oh, these women are actually from heaven, like they fell from heaven. They treat them like, oh, because you're light skinned, you are absolutely from a rich home. So these are the girls that the hairdressers will give a stool to place their feet. These are the girls that the hairdressers will keep on asking, oh, sister, do you want water? Sister, do you want this? Sister, do you want that? So all these girls literally get all the attention, and it's annoying because they get all the attention from other women and possibly other men as well. So you see other girls who are dark skinned or black or dark skinned, anyhow you want to call it, they start feeling uncomfortable, they start feeling rejected, they start feeling left out, and then it brings on this feeling of animosity in the salon. And that's where you see the dark-skinned girls, they start getting really aggressive, and they start overreacting and shouting at the owner of the salon like, what about me? When I came, you did not give me stool. So that feeling of inferiority, it tends to bring in a lot of aggression, a lot of build up emotions or built up aggression in women, and for them at the end of the day, they feel like the best possible solution to put them out of their misery is lightening up their skin a top notch. So you see, the problem about bleaching is when people start bleaching, they get to the first shade and it doesn't look bright as the other person. they try to lighten up further. They go to 5 more shades and they're like, not really, it's not complete. Because the thing is, when people are bleaching, it's never really a complete process, you know. One part is always darker than the other part. So that's when you see that they just embark themselves into this unwarranted struggle of, I want to bleach and I want to make sure that all my skin is all uniform. So basically, guys, I feel like that is one of the reasons women bleach: inferiority complex. Now, the second reason why women bleach is cultural factors. I'll give you guys an example. I grew up on the mainland of Lagos. I grew up in a face me, I face you, living in a face me, I face you. Now, in that compound, we have this particular Igbo family. Guys, now, this is not me trying to be tribalistic. I'm just speaking from experience, okay? Now, I had this particular Igbo family. They have 2 daughters. In fact, they're all light-skinned, you know. And on several occasions, you will hear this woman say things like, the girl should be careful not to taint her skin, otherwise, she will not see a man that is going to marry her like that just because of one blemish, you know. So the mother was always very careful. She would make conscious efforts to buy beauty skin treatment, you know, like they were really taking care of this the daughter's skin, right? And on different occasions, you know, you see, like, maybe when there's an event on the streets, you know, it always felt like the fair daughter's bride price was always higher than the daughter that is not light skinned. I mean, it's really peculiar to the Igbo culture, even in my own culture as well. I am from Akwa Ibom State. So a female child, a girl child who is light-skinned, they always feel like, oh, that one needs more pampering, that one needs more care, you know, her skin is very fragile. If we stress her too much, oh, she's going to start turning red. If we stress her too much, she's going to now start breaking out with pimples. So we need to take particular care of pampering that one. Then the one that is actually dark-skinned, you see that that one is the one that is giving all the major house chores, all the stressful work, all the errands. Then the one that has the light skin is literally pampered. So I saw a lot of that on my street. You know, I saw that a lot of Igbo women, you know, they tended to take care of their daughters who were light-skinned more than the daughters who were dark-skinned. And then for the Yoruba women, I discovered that they probably felt like, oh, these Igbo women, they are getting more male attention, you know, so they would start bleaching their skin, right? So guys, let me not, as I said, this is not to throw shade at any tribe in Nigeria or any other thing, but this was where I grew up. This was the environment I grew up. There was a stiff competition between the Yoruba women, you know, and the Igbo women. The Yoruba women, they were naturally dark in complexion, right? So they naturally just, by all means, they wanted to just lighten up. And you find that in that environment where I grew up, the population of the people who bleached the most were the Yoruba women, and the bleaching was never complete. You see that some parts were lighter, some parts were darker. So it was sort of like a cultural or tribal competition, a very psychological one, you know. It wasn't said outrightly, but you just noticed that this was what was going on, you know. So guys, that is another reason why I think women bleach in this part of the world. Number 3 reason why I think women bleach in this part of the world are Nigerian men. Guys, this one I'm going to spend quite a lot of time talking about it. Guys, Nigerian men can be so mean. Nigerian men can be so inconsiderate. Or, okay, to be fair to Nigerian men, let me just say that Nigerian men can make life really difficult for Nigerian women. And this is the reason. You know, they make it seem like the women who are light-skinned are more treasurable. They make it feel like the women who are light-skinned shouldn't be stressed at all. They make it feel like the women who are light-skinned are the ones that are more beautiful. And guys, you know, as a result, women who are dark-skinned in this part of the world, it makes them feel very inadequate. And for a woman who has not taken out time to build and grow her self-confidence, you find out that because of that preferential treatment given to women who are light-skinned, they all of a sudden go into their shell. They all of a sudden start feeling like they're not good enough. I gave an example in yesterday's video that I've carried out a lot of social experiments. You know, I go out on my own without company, and then I go to a bar. I just chill there, you know, get a glass of cocktail, and whilst I'm there, you see other girls who are light-skinned, right? And when men come into the bar, you find out that the first people that they go to are those girls who are light-skinned. No shade thrown at any girl, but guys, it's so annoying that some of these girls, they are not even as beautiful as I am. Yes, I know I'm very beautiful. Yes, my skin is beautiful. I have a beautiful personality, you know. So it gets really irritating because most of these girls, guys, when you see them, they're not even beautiful. Some of them, they have stretch marks, but just because they are light-skinned, right, you see these guys are just automatically attracted to them like a moth is attracted to fire, you know. So most of the time I've asked some men that come, what is it with light-skinned women that you men cannot take your eyes off? And they always come back saying that they're very, very attractive, you can see them. I'm like, oh, so because my sisters and I that are dark in complexion, you cannot see us? It's not like we cannot see you people, but these ones, they shine like NEPA, they're always very attractive. And also, guys, there's this other nonsense thing that I was told by a particular man, but I don't want to believe it. I'm just going to put it out there. If it is true, guys, please let me know. Particular guy told me that if you want to go for an event and you go together with a light-skinned girl, all of a sudden you've passed on a message that you are a wealthy man. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean? And he said yes, because men naturally see light-skinned women as high maintenance. They know that the cream, the body treats, and every other body cosmetic that light-skinned women use are very, very expensive. So if you're a man and you are dating a light-skinned girl, it automatically sends a message to other male predators that, hey, you are actually very wealthy and you are doing a great job at taking care of this light-skinned woman. But if you are going out with a they also have this impression that all the money that you are spending on this light-skinned woman, now make her yellow like this, now make her they shine. And guys, in this part of the world, they call light-skinned women yellow women. Yellow women, you know. So if you are a man in this part of the world, that's the impression that these men, or the explanation I got from some of these men that I talked to, you know. So another one also said that if you're dating a dark-skinned girl, right, and you take her to go and see your friends, or you take her out for an outing, her skin is not shining, her skin is not glowing. So other men would think like, the girl is suffering, or you don't have money, or you are not even doing anything at all to even take care of the girl, you know, because the money you are spending on her is not showing, you know. So guys, I'm like, how disgusting can this be? This is absolutely disgusting, you know. And so guys, it just occurred to me at that point that this is the amount of pressure that men impose on each other, and so they pass on the pressure to us women, right? So the pressure that is now passed on to us women now puts us in a dilemma as to, should we maintain the color of our skin, or should we go ahead to bleach just so that we could fit into that social strata, that social acceptance in the male domain, you know. I mean, guys, it's very, very exhausting, it's very, very stressful. I found myself in that zone at some point in my life while I was in university. I almost bleached, but then I realized that for somebody that is, my melanin is very deep, my melanin runs deep into my veins, guys. If I even try it, guys, when I even try it, I started getting red, you know. I started leaving my black, I was now getting into brown. From being brown, I was now looking reddish. I'm like, God forbid, like, this thing is so stressful. So I had to stop. So guys, that is my third reason why women bleach in this part of the world. The need to be socially accepted by men, the need to be visible to men, the need to be seen by men, and also because men puts that much pressure on their fellow men. So the pressure that is transferred from men, it automatically goes to us women, you know. So we feel like, oh, to do our men proud, to help our men to maintain their social image, that they are wealthy, that they are taking care of us, we need to actually be light-skinned, so that their friends will see that, this my friend is spending money on his woman, and automatically it makes us feel like objects, so guys, that's number 3 reason why women bleach in this part of the world. And then number 4 reason why women bleach in this part of the world is the media. When I talk about the media, I mean social media, traditional media, any sort of media. Remember guys, in the earliest days when newspaper was still the in thing, magazines were still the in thing, you find out that the women that literally made the front pages of newspapers or magazines are the light-skinned women. Why? Because it costs a lot to actually print a newspaper. It costs a lot to actually print a magazine. A lot of colors on a newspaper costs a lot, so for a newspaper to sell, for a magazine to sell, they would rather put a light-skinned woman, so that when they spray ink on that paper, the woman's color is going to make the newspaper pop. The shade of her skin is going to make the newspaper look very, very exotic and high class, classy, and very, very expensive, So graduating now to this era of social media being the in thing, you find out that a lot of modeling agencies, you find out that a lot of beauty brands, not now, I'm talking about, let's say 5 years ago, although it's still happening, you find out that a lot of brands, they love to work with light-skinned women, and the reason why they work with these women is because, according to them, it makes their product pop. I gave an example in yesterday's video of how high makeup brands, when they release shades of makeup, they never ever release the darkest of the darkest shade. It's recently that they started doing that, right? So it was actually a huge struggle for dark-skinned women to find their perfect shade of foundation, their perfect shade of concealer, even lipsticks that even looks good on them. You find out that even lipsticks that was released were actually made to suit the light-skinned women. Even the eyebrow pencil, you find out that you cannot even find the darkest of the dark or even dark brown. The only shade you can find that is absolute is black, charcoal black, so all these inconveniences, it sort of put a lot of pressure on the female, to want to aspire to become light-skinned, so as to take away the stress and the struggle of constantly looking for your own shade of foundation, your own shade of lipstick, your own shade of concealer. It was a lot of stress. And then the social media platforms, they weren't even helping matters at all. You see a woman posing as brand ambassador, she's always light-skinned. A woman that is an influencer, she's always light-skinned, and then a lot of women decided that, okay, probably if I become as light-skinned as them, then it's going to put me in front of social media, it's going to make me popular, it's going to make me sought after, it's going to make me more appealing to the larger audience, right? So women started bleaching. And now guys, bleaching has gone to another level. We are not even in the days of using white Akan or using sulfur to bleach anymore. We are now in the era of people going and paying as much as thousands of naira, hundreds, thousands of naira to get injections, bleaching injections, to get capsules, to get tablets, to get drinks, stuff like that. And what they do not understand is that it causes a lot of harm, a lot of damage internally and externally. Skin cancer is real, So guys, I feel like social media, in fact the media in general, contributed a lot, in fact majorly, to the reason why women are bleaching and women bleach. Like guys, it's still ongoing. It's not something I feel is going to end anytime soon. It's going to go on for a long time. I feel like the only way it's going to stop is for women to now start recognizing that no matter what shade of color they are absolutely beautiful. And guys, my number 5 reason for women bleaching is social trends. Social trends as a point, it's also related to the media. Now, social trends in the sense that you find out that different hairstyles come up every time, different makeup looks come up, different fashion wears come up, and most brands, they give the impression that for women to actually be able to pull off these fashion trends or makeup trends or social trends, they have to be light-skinned, So you find out that a lot of women want to belong. They want to catch up with those social trends, you know. So what do? They start bleaching their skin. But now the funny thing is that, guys, it's actually the reverse now. I mean, currently, I think about 2 years ago or last year, no, I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago, this trend about melanin skin, melanin popping started, you know, with the natural hair thingy. It started. And then a lot of women who are light-skinned now, they are now trying to get suntanned. They are now going to I don't know what they call it. I can't remember this name they call it, but now they use a lot of beauty bronzers to give themselves that melanin bronzeness and all of that, you know. So it's really crazy how social trends goes a long way to affect the psychology of a woman, you know. Social trends these days, they are highly dangerous. They make women feel like you're not good enough, one point, and then another point, they make women feel like, oh, you are the in thing, you know. So it plays with the psyche of a lot of women, and at some point in time you find out that women actually live their lives according to the trends of society, you know, which is very unhealthy, because at the end of the day, some women end up getting mental breakdowns. They end up getting emotionally messed up, because when they try to bleach their skin up to societal standard and they do not achieve it, what do? They break down. Some of them go into depression. So guys, that is another reason why women bleach their skin. Another reason why women bleach their skin in this part of the world is laziness and greed. Guys, I shared an example yesterday, how Bobrisky shared his own story in Beverly Naya's skin, and he admitted that it was actually impatience that made him bleach his skin. He was from a poverty-stricken home, he was from a poor home, he didn't have enough, and because he did not want to work for anybody, he decided to bleach his skin and start cross-dressing as a woman, you know. So guys, imagine that a woman is so lazy, she doesn't even want to put any effort into building her life, right? And she sees that other light-skinned women are getting a lot of attention from people, from men, everybody, you know. They are getting gifts, they are getting money, they are getting a lot of attention from people. What do? Immediately they decide to bleach so what do? Immediately they decide to bleach their skin, all because, oh, if I am light-skinned and I am beautiful, then men are going to be giving me money. And guys, let me not lie to you, this is what is happening in Nigeria these days. A lot of men, I had a girl who literally told me that somebody came to her Instagram page, saw her skin and said, ah, your man is trying, no, your man is really enjoying, no, your man is really taking care of you, you know what, send me your account details, I'll send you money. Guys, lo and behold, she sent her account details. This guy paid in cool dollars into her account, into her dollar account. No, not dollars. The guy actually paid money, a lot of money, you know. So I'm like, so men just stay and they see a light-skinned girl, and because they feel like her skin is popping, she's beautiful, they just dash her money, you know. So a lot of dark-skinned women, they see all these benefits in quotes that light-skinned girls are getting, and then they feel left out. They feel like, oh my god, it's a cheat. They feel like it's not fair that these light-skinned girls, even though they are not so beautiful than them that are dark-skinned, they are enjoying all the perks of just being light-skinned, you know. So they want to go ahead and bleach their skin so that they can also enjoy those perks. So guys, that is another reason why women bleach. Now, my number 6 reason why women bleach in this part of the world is women. Yeah, other women literally make other women bleach. I shared an example in yesterday's video of how I was living with someone, and then whenever we want to go out and I'm trying to do my makeup, she would look at me and say, oh Glory, you black, oh, you know what, I'll call my customer to bring cream for you so that you will tone up a bit. That's what they call it, tone up. People don't even call it bleaching anymore, they call it tone up, you know, lighten up a bit. And I'm like, but I myself, that I am black, I feel like my skin is glowing, so what are you talking about? She said, but you know, we are going to a club, and in a club the light is very dark, you know, the ambience of a club is very dark, so if you are light skinned, at least men will see you, potential suitors will see you properly. I'm like, hey, Jesus Christ, now wow, nothing we Glory not go see for gates, you know. Guys, you know, so comments like that, sometimes they put me down, sometimes they make me feel like I'm not good enough, because this person that's actually talking was literally this shade that I am today, you know, and then this person literally bleached, and now this person is very white, you know. So I'm like, look at who is talking. No, Nikwe, you were actually darker than I was, so why are you making me feel like I'm not good enough, you know? And Lo and behold, to this person's speculation, we'll go to the club, and what she said would happen. Men will see us, will see other light-skinned girls, they will go talk to those ones, approach those ones, buy them drinks, free drinks. So then us that are dark skins, they make it look like these ones, they are not classy, they are not bougie, they are not fine, you know. So guys, it tends to play a lot with my psyche. Back then it played a lot with my psyche, and I feel like it also plays a lot with a lot of women's psyche, you know. So my case is not just one, a lot of other girls too, you know. They see their friends looking really dark and they are like, and this cloth will not fit you because you are really black, it will fit me because I'm fair, you know. So I feel like other women put other women down, and that is what pushes them to go and tone up in quotes, or bleach, or lighten up in quotes. I feel like it's very, very toxic. It is not healthy at all. So guys, basically that's one of my own reasons why women bleach. Number 8, are we at number 8 now or number 7? I'm not sure. Let me say number 8. Another reason why women bleach is fashion and style. I think it's under social trends, but fashion and style, right? A lot of styles, fashion pieces that we see online today, they are always modeled on light-skinned women. Okay, let me not say today, because somehow things are actually changing, but it has not completely changed. So let me say like 5-6 years ago, most of the fashion pieces you will see in the newspapers, in magazines, online, you know, everywhere in day-to-day life activities, you see that they are literally modeled on light-skinned women. And then it makes you feel like, so if I am light-skinned, this outfit will look better on me, you know. So a lot of women literally think that, oh, if they are light-skinned, they will look better, they will look good, they will look more appealing in the latest fashion trends, you know. So they go ahead to bleach their skin. Guys, that one is very, very horrible, because at the end of the day, as I said, if you don't have any light skin pigments in your blood, you know, and you start bleaching, you start looking red, you start looking purple. Guys, it can be very, very funny when you see some women bleaching. Like, it's really, really crazy. They go from different color gradients, and then before you know it, before they now finally land on their desired shade that they want, it's really, really exhausting. It's really, really crazy. It's stressful, you know. And the fact that all these factors that I have mentioned contributes to putting a lot of pressure on the female to lighten up her skin, it's absolutely toxic. It's not healthy at all. Okay guys, so I think I am at the last reason why, okay, not the last reason, number 8 reason, or number 9, I think it's number 9, why am I confusing myself? Okay, number 9 reason why women bleach is lack of self-value and lack of self-love. Now guys, I'm not talking about the kind of selfish self-love, no, I'm talking about actual self-love. Okay, when you love yourself, you tend to recognize that there are certain things you do to your body that will harm you, that is not good for you. I've seen a lot of women that have bleached so much that their skin becomes translucent. You see these women and it's as if you can see through their skin, you can see their veins, it's as if you can see their blood vessels. There was one time I went to Eban or supermarket here in Lekki, and I saw a lady that has bleached so much, like she looks really white, but when I got closer, guys, like her skin was glowing. When I went closer to her, guys, guess what I saw? Her skin was transparent. Like her skin has become so thin, I felt like I could actually see her blood veins, and I'm like, oh my gosh, if this lady goes any further, she's going to have skin cancer. That is if she doesn't have it already, or she's going to fall sick with a very, very disastrous skin ailment. Guys, this is one thing a lot of women do not realize. When you do not love yourself, you tend to do a lot of harmful things to your body. Same way I do not like people having like crazy tattoos all over their body. Like people who have all these plenty tattoos, don't they understand that they're actually harming their skin? They're actually harming the layers of their skin. You know, it's the same way people bleach. You know, so if you have a lot of self-love and self-value, if you find yourself really, really worthy of keeps by your own self, then you wouldn't even try doing all these damages and harmful experiments to your skin. Because bleaching is like you turning yourself into a lab rat, and then you are experimenting on your body, your beautiful, gorgeous body. Yeah. When people bleach, they don't even start with one cream. They use several products, and all these several products, they have different chemicals that have been used to make them up. They have different harmful chemicals, particles, so many damaging things that have dangerous after effects, you know, and they do not even care. Most people buy all these products and they are not even well educated. The people selling the products do not even waste time. They don't even waste time educating them about the dangers of using those products. For them, they want to sell market. So this one that, oh, my sole aim in this life is to bleach, you know, they buy those products without even asking questions, without even carrying out their own research. At the end of the day, when they use all these products, you know, some of them, they achieve results. But before achieving that result, they've turned themselves into a lab rat. They've done so many experiments on their skin, and before you know it, they start falling sick. Do you know that some people's skin actually smell? Yeah. There was this bleaching cream that came out long ago that's called Civoclear, BioClear, all those creams that had clear and had chloroquine, a bit chlorophenol inside of it or whatever. Guys, people's skin started smelling. There was this girl back then in my compound. She was already light, so then she started using Civoclear and BioClear. Guys, she started bleaching and her skin started smelling. She started having body odor. That is what people don't understand. When you bleach anyhow, you start smelling. You see, when women, there was a day I went to a club, I went to Boss Bar, and this fine ass looking lady, she had actually done ass surgery, boob surgery, and then I feel like she also bleached, you know, because her skin was looking somehow, wasn't looking blended. By the time she just passed by me, guys, oh my goodness, she was smelling somehow. I had to tell my partner that, hey, I beg, can you perceive what I'm perceiving? Like, ladies, please love yourself, love your body. If you love your body so much, then you shouldn't be harming your body. Right? You shouldn't be harming your body. So guys, that is one of the reasons I feel like people bleach. Women bleach because they do not love themselves. They bleach because they do not value their bodies. And the last reason why I think women bleach in this part of the world is lives issues. Guys, this one is actually real. Lives issues makes a lot of women bleach. Now, the reason I'm bringing about this point is not to justify the act of bleaching, but to actually let us understand that people actually go through legit situations. Now, there are a lot of women that must have gone through a lot of hard times in their lives, and then they probably meet one person or one man that says that, oh, I like light-skinned girls, so if you are not light-skinned, I'm going to leave you. And probably that man is that woman's benefactor. So in order for her not to lose that man, you see her going all out to bleach, yeah, just to satisfy that man's preference, you know. So it's not literally something that they want, but it's because of what their partner wants them to do, so they go ahead to do it. I know it still boils down to the male factor, you know, one of the reasons I gave, that men are the reasons why women bleach in this part of the world. But also, guys, the fact that that woman has her own personal realistic struggles, and she feels like, if this man leaves me, I do not have any other means of livelihood. I do not have any other way of, you know, fending for myself, you know. So they decide to just continue bleaching just to please this man. I mean, Bivalina's skin documentary yesterday, if you watch it, you see some women, some nighttime workers, who were also saying, they gave the same reason, that, oh, my husband, this is what he likes, so I have to do it, otherwise he will leave me, you know. So imagine a woman who is with a man who has kids, you know, and she's a struggling woman, you know, and the man wants her to bleach. So she doesn't want to be a single mom, she doesn't want to be alone, she doesn't want to suffer in this life. The Nigerian economy does not favor the middle class or the lower class, remember, you know. So a woman like that, who does not have the economy favoring her in any way, would rather bleach than to lose her benefactor. So ladies and gentlemen, these are most of the reasons that I believe women bleach in this part of the world. If you love this video, if you agree with the points and the reasons that I have raised, please go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed. And also, guys, do have an amazing day. Thanks for watching. Bye.